identify, let's talk about how to invite. Okay? Inviting, I usually break it down to 3 approaches. I mean, there's other different forms of approach, but I like to break it down to 3 simple approach. First is a more direct approach. One of the ways, the approach would be, if it's a direct approach, I will call my friends, remember on that list. Now, your job, remember, the art of recruiting, and there's some golden rules. Inviting is part of recruiting, okay? When you invite and when you recruit, it's important that you do not be a super salesman. Don't go and convince and beg your people, no. Your job to invite people is you have to learn to be a helping friend. You have to become a helping friend rather than a super salesperson selling the product, selling the opportunity. No need, okay? You have to be a helping friend. How do you become a helping friend? You have to identify what their needs and wants are. So when you make the list, the way I identify when you invite, you have to be sensitive to their needs and their wants. Okay? Because when you invite, if you know what their needs are and you can provide a solution for that need, you got a sale. Okay? So when you make that list, when you call your list, how you do that? First is you try to identify what the need. You need to talk using the what I call form. Okay? What form stands for? F stands for family. How's the family going? How are the kids? How's your husband? How's your parents? So I usually take no more than 2 minutes on the form. Don't go to a whole 30-minute dissertation about finding out about everything. No need, because time is money, okay? So form. How's your family? O stands for occupation. How's your job coming along? How's your business? Okay? People like to know you care, okay? So ask them how the occupation is, how the business is, and recreation. What do they do for fun? Have they gone to vacation or whatnot? The reason why you want to ask these kind of questions is you want to find out what the hot buttons are. If you tell them that, hey, have you taken a vacation lately to Hawaii? They go, you kidding me? With the economy like this, I can't even make ends meet. Well, you found the hot button, okay? So that's how you have a recreation. M stands for money. Okay, so through this form, you identify what the wants and needs are, then you're going to go for the direct approach. So let's say I spend about a minute or 2 trying to find out, what the hot buttons are. And let's say, for example, if I ask how the kids are, I say, oh yeah, kids are great, but you know what? They need braces. And I say, oh, where are you going to go get it done or whatever? They go, oh, you kidding me? Money's tight right now. I can't get it done. Now you got a hot button right there. So I would say, listen, Lisa, if I can show you a way where I can help you get those braces, might you be open? If I can show you a way to make the money to get the braces for your kid, might you be open? Or maybe say, but some people say, hey, my kid's about to go to college, I need money. So listen, if I can show you a way, I don't talk about Gen S, adult stem cell, none of that stuff. I said, if I can, the direct approach is, if I can show you a way to what? To fulfill their needs. If I can show you a way to ... Might you be open? I didn't say, will you join me? I said, might you be open to learning more? It's very non-threatening. Might you be open to learning more? Now, usually most people make the mistake when they recruit, you know what they do? They become a super salesman. They do what we call the verbal diarrhea. So start talking about, adult stem cell, we have 248 factor, then we have resveratrol, all of the media, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? You lose your prospect. Because in their head they go, I can't repeat what you just told me. I mean, this is a hard sell, too much for me. But if you care, I always like to do from the business opportunity approach. Because from that, you get people to engage in action and they stay with the business longer. If you get them in a product, they be a user. Let me test the product. Let me try it. Then a month go by. Oh, I forgot to try it. So it's important that you engage them in something that's near and dear to their heart. Okay. So find out what their needs and wants are, and go directly on the approach. If I can show you a way, it's very simple. You find out what their needs are. Say, oh, that's all great. And listen. Or you can say, listen, I came across something amazing. And if I can show you a way how, whatever them, how you can, might you be open? And if they say, sure, your job is to plug them to the meeting. Don't go, oh, okay, I'm going to show you, okay? Then you start doing a flip chart thing. Don't do it. Remember, recruiting is a process, not an event, okay? It's just like cooking, Like you go from a first baseball, the baseball, first base, second base, and then, later on you hit a home run, okay? You don't hit a home run every time. Okay, remember, I think this example might help you to remember better. When you recruit, most people, when they recruit, they are so anxious to attack their prospect, to dump them everything, because you want it so bad to recruit them. Just kind of chill out. This example might help you. You think of recruiting like dating. When you first go on dating, you hold hands, right? You go out first, and then you go hold hand, and feelings right, you hold hand, and feelings right, you kiss, and then whatever, right? You don't go boom that right away. So you gotta do a process. You have to remember it's a process. And when you ask a question, you have to pause. You hear them what they want. Would you be open? We got this adult stem cell gut, I could use it. And then he's like, on and on and on. You can give them a chance to respond to you. Okay, so give people a chance to respond to you, because you have no idea. People, usually what I learned in sales 101, is when you ask a closing question, the first person speaks, loses. So when you ask a closing question, don't speak. It's sometimes uncomfortable. There have been a point in my life when I asked a closing question. There was 5 minutes in silence. They're thinking, but you're anxious. You can't wait. And I learned to bite my lips and just wait. You have to do that. Let them. If it's too long, you're uncomfortable. Just I'll be right back. I'm going to hit the restroom. I'll be right back. Let them think. So okay. Direct approach or on the direct approach. Okay. Now the second approach is what I call the takeaway approach. Okay. Sometimes I like to play with people like that. Takeaway approach. Okay, the takeaway approach is very non-threatening. You are not asking them directly about the opportunity. You say, for example, I say, you know what, Yvonne, I know that you're a very successful business lady, and I know you're doing very well. You don't know if they're doing well, but let's just say that you're doing very well. Sometimes I like to do that, because you know what, a lot of times on the outside of a business person, you don't know how well they're doing. They might look good on the, you think a business owner might look good, but they may go through a lot of financial challenges. You don't know. So you just say, listen, I know you're doing very well, but I just engage in something, a global business, an international business. Who might you know that may be interested in making some extra money with me? Who might you know that's just making about 10 grand or 5 grand or whatever that you know that will get her? Okay? Who might you know is interested in making some side income or some additional stream of income? Who might you know that's open to making an additional stream of income? If I say that, if she has a need for it, you know what she's thinking? Me. Why don't you ask me? See, that's called the takeaway.